Cheating allegations have rocked the 2024 World Series of Poker main event final table, with many people calling into question the legitimacy of the Ultimate Champion's victory. Just a few days ago, Jonathan Tamayo took down the World Series of Poker main event, the largest one that we've ever had, to the tune of $10 million, carving his name into stone in the World Series of Poker record books. However, there were some people that felt like, maybe it wasn't the most fair way that he did it. During the final table, Tamayo had a group of people behind him that had equipment up to solve for stuff or look up ranges or come up with strategies or whatever it might be. And this was being fed to Tamayo in between hands. He would head over to the rail for a quick coaching pep talk and then get back into the action. Now, this is hardly the first time we've seen something sort of like this happen during the World Series of Poker. In fact, I would say it's pretty normal for people to have friends on the rail looking at hands that happened in the past. My personal opinion, I think it doesn't help you all that much to be hearing tons of hands from an hour ago while you're trying to figure out what you should be doing right now with the stacks and the blinds and the payouts. But regardless, that is certainly not something that is new. It's also not new for people to hire coaches for the main event final table. In fact, in 2017, Daniel Ott got second place in the World Series of Poker main event, and I actually helped coach him to get second place. Now, we did our work away from the table. I was there at the final table. We talked a little bit when he kind of ran in and out. But the point is, it is not anything new for players to get help when they realize they're going to be on the biggest stage. Some backstory on this, where a lot of this came from originally, was that for many years, the final table of the WSOP main event was delayed until November, calling it the November 9. So many players then were in a position where from July until November, they had essentially 5 months to study for the biggest platform in their lives. And so many of those players would use that to improve their game considerably because they're going to play for millions of dollars. Makes sense if you think about it. If you knew you were going to have a $9 million quiz in 5 months, you might do some prep work on that. This practice has continued into the modern era, although now instead of 5 months to prepare, you get 1 day. Good luck learning everything in poker in that 1 day. I think you're going to make some real strides there. With the history of the World Series Poker main event out of the way, we got to talk about what exactly should we do with this. Yeah, this. People looking at ranges and charts on the rail during the main event. It's a tough one, guys. It's a tough one. I do not think that it is inherently evil for people to want to play their best with millions of dollars on the line. I think where it becomes wrong is when players are doing things that give them an unfair advantage over other players by not following the rules that then allows them an edge. So basically, if the World Series of Poker came out and said, you know what, guys, the main event is actually the World Series of Get Your Laptops Out. Yep, post up, boys. Charts on the rail. We'll see you down here at the Rio. Oh, goddamn it. See you at the, what the hell is that? Paris? Horseshoe? I'm just going to say Rio. Fuck it. See you down here at the Rio still. She will be missed. But this is really the crux of the problem. The World Series of Poker hasn't really made a decision on what it wants to do about this. And the reason is, and I can say this as an operator of a poker room, because I know how it gets when you have large fields and tons of people, the reason they have not made a decision on this is because it is hard. The World Series of Poker has, I don't know, I'm just going to guess, 100,000 unique players a year, maybe more. And they have events that have 10, 20,000 people. There are times when there must be hundreds or possibly thousands of tables going at once at the Rio. Where is it? At the World Series of Poker. They got so many tables going wherever it is. Think about how hard that is. And then you have to have all these dealers and all these floor managers and all these cameras. And you're supposed to actually enforce people not using their charts. I think it's difficult, and it seems like the only way that we really get down to this and we really solve these issues and we out the people that need to get outed is my man James Chen. fighting for the streets of whatever the hell casino this is at, nobly getting to the bottom of cheaters. Let's reel this back in and go back to this legendary image that's been posted. Tamayo with his coaches on the rail, charts up, stream loaded, ready to learn. Very eager eyes here for Tamayo. What? 100% the button? Looking at this picture, I gotta say, this is not okay. This is never okay. Not today, and not Tamayo. I gotta do at least one bad pun. Anyway, as far as the public is concerned, when they saw these images and they saw what happened at the main event, and Tamayo ended up winning the tournament, they gathered the information and handled this situation with dignity and grace. Before we get into the nitty gritty on this, there's just a couple of things that happened that we just got to talk about because they're just so hilarious. So to start off with, this guy that was given some small white thing in his hand when Tamayo wins the main, comes over, hugs McKeon, and then McKeon hands him off this little white thing. And then this guy just looks the most suspicious of all time. All time. It's like he tried to get away with it. Like, oh, I hope no one's watching. And then looks is like, boom, we're watching, buddy. Welcome to the World Series of Poker main event final table. What's your name, good sir? What do you have in your hand? We'd love to see you. This will be etched in the sands of time. What do you got in your hand? This article from mirror.co.uk reported on the World Series of Poker controversy as the winner of 7.7 million pounds, couldn't even put it into our own currency for that one, huh? Check simulator during event. We've got this picture in here of the team hard at work. Dominique, Joe, and Tamayo. Look at that. It's the future of poker, guys. 3 dudes huddled over a laptop and a phone. We always knew it would come down to this. I just thought we had more time. I like this part of the article. Did Jonathan Tamayo do anything wrong? There is no suggestion that Tamayo did anything wrong. Good sir, there is not even a hint of a shadow of a doubt. How dare you say that someone might have suggested the thought, the pure notion that someone cheated when the title of the article is World Series of Poker Controversy as Winner Check Simulator during event. How dare you? Or this tweet from Wall Street Silver, World Series of Poker cheating? Question mark. Did that guy grab the earpiece and help dispose of it? With a clip of our favorite suspicious looking character here on the sideline tucking away this earpod. What was weird about this tweet is, to start off with, obviously not quote unquote cheating the way poker players view cheating. But I will say that this note from Twitter, readers added context they thought people might want to know. The earpiece that fell from a spectator hugging the winner, not the winner themselves. Even if it had fallen from the winner, it's common for poker pros to wear earpieces or headphones during tournaments. While that is true, it's a little weird because there was a post later showing him wearing an earpiece on Reddit. So he definitely was wearing an earbud. Questions remain there. Regardless, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. And it is kind of sad that tweets like this will get 2 million views and then it's gone. And, you know, once something is gone, it's just like, oh, here's what's happening in poker. Blip. Okay, that's it. And then people go about their lives and they think poker is just all this cheating stuff, which is why here at Doug Polk Videos, we like to make stories about all kinds of different things. Cheating in tournaments, cheating in live games, cheating in online games, cheating using algorithms. We have a well-blended diet of poker content right to you at home to make sure people can see all sides of poker. Please like and subscribe. More and more info has come out. We see obviously the picture with him in the ranges. We see this photo where he's clearly got something in his ear at the table, an earpiece. Don't think an earpiece is not allowed. I don't know. Is it possible someone is talking to him while he's there? I can't say it's impossible. He might also just be listening to some music. There are probably some songs you might want to listen to, right? With drama swirling some of poker's largest names waiting on the subject, players such as Alan Keating on Twitter took to the platform to talk about what happened here. The main event was behind a paywall. Sheesh, man. Imagine if you were required to get a subscription to the NFL app to watch the Super Bowl. There's no two ways about it. The paywall pissed a lot of people off. And to that, all I have to say is, are you interested in watching video libraries, some of the best exclusive poker content there is out there? Head on over now to Poker Go for all of the latest high-stakes poker episodes, exclusive poker tournament series, and of course, the World Series of Poker main event 2024 and beyond and before. If you guys want to sign up, I'll put a link in the description below. Oh, that's what you wanted, right? Was it good? But that was in fact not the post that I wanted to talk about from Alan Keating. I want to talk about this one. The main event is the moment the whole world watches poker. Say you're relatively new to the game. Did seeing players on the biggest stage having a team on the rail crushing software to coach their own decisions make you more or less interested in playing poker? Maybe more or less, but that's the only worthwhile question when considering whether to allow these aids. I actually think that there's one more thing that makes this worthwhile. 10 million potatoes. Might want to factor that in when it comes to these aids. I like this response, by the way, from Pow Junkie. Rails are for cheering, not solving. That's right. When we had my rail and my WSOP final table on the Heads Up event last year, they were drunk, they were rowdy, and they were chanting, "We will poke you." There was no hand history analysis going on over there. I don't even know if they knew that I was playing poker. How were they going to do anything? Those are my guys. Poker ambassador Daniel Negreanu also took to the platform to give his thoughts on the issue. Some asking for my take on the laptop situation, WSOP main event final table. I was under the impression it was already against the rules this year. Cannot reference solvers or charts during play, only on breaks outside the tournament area. I remember hearing the announcement made several times. I'm not sure how this doesn't break that rule. Either way, if that wasn't clear this year, it's something that needs to be prohibited going forward. Based on my understanding of the rule, looking at solvers or charts in between hands isn't allowed. Someone else running solves in game and telling you in between hands should also not be allowed. No one at the table said anything as far as I know, but had they asked the floor for ruling, I don't see how they would have been allowed to continue. Negreanu tweeted saying, "This was the announcement made at the beginning of the tourneys. Listen below.
We do ask you to please do not use any type of poker solvers at any point in time at the table or in the tournament area. If you are found using one of these poker solvers, there's a possibility of being disqualified from this tournament."
Let me think about this. So let's take that sound. Yeah, you know what? I know what to do.
We do ask you to please do not use any type of poker solvers at any point in time at the table or in the tournament area. If you are found using one of these poker solvers, there's a possibility of being disqualified from this tournament.
With the public raising their pitchforks and notable industry leaders coming forward to speak out against him, Dominique Niche, an owner of poker trainer app DTO Poker, did what any reputable member of the community might do. He doubled down. The best part of having a piece win the main is definitely the money, but the second best is how mad the biggest dipshits on Twitter get when they see someone using a laptop on the rail. Wow, this is just a hell of a tweet. I think that first off, it strawmans the argument a little bit, and I kind of hate the word strawman because I feel like people use the word strawman in bad faith, kind of in a way, strawmanning the strawmanner, but whatever. They're not mad because you have a laptop on the rail. They're mad because you got these charts up showing ranges on the rail. Obviously, it's a bit different, dude. And I might say it's nice having a friend win the main. It's nice having a business partner win the main. I don't know. Nice having, I probably wouldn't say business partner. It's nice having a buddy win the main. Having a piece win the main. Factually accurate, but devoid of emotion. I have known Dominic for many years, and I do not know why he's going so hard in the paint on this issue. In fact, I always thought that he was a good dude. I still think he probably is a good dude. He just feels like he needs to double down on this position, which is ridiculous. Obviously, what matters are the rules of the event. And so we should be having a discussion about those and their implementation and their enforcement. So we're having a very natural discussion about this. It's not, bro, we're so mad, bro, because you got your laptop out. This is not a computer zone, bro. You're using assistance to help this guy win. We want a fair playing environment on our biggest stage. I think that's reasonable, especially when you own a training program, right? Because if you're on a training program, you especially need to have some nuance to your take and be willing to listen, right? Which is why head on over now to upsyncpoker.com and check out Lucid GTO Trainer. That's right, our trainer, not used the World Series of Poker main event final table at all. No one. I didn't see one. It's good, right? It's good. No one's using it there. It's got to be good. And then he also tweeted this Simpsons meme, and we just used a Simpsons meme on this channel. Dom and Joe McKeon were on the rail making Sims, and I saw one of the Sims, and the Sim looked back at me. Putting all of this to the side, what are the rules on this? What are the hard and fast rules? Well, I did a little research, aka Googling, and I was able to find a few different things regarding this. Let's take a look. The official 2024 tournament rules, WSOP final whatever edition, okay? All right, let's take a look. Wow, this is quite a long document. We got 30. I'm going to go Control F, solver. Nothing. Okay, I'm going to go Control F, sim. Let's go through. No. Okay, I'm going to go RTA. Oh, yeah, that'll get him. Certain entertainment shortage. I'm going to search for laptop. I'm going to search for trainer. I don't know what to search for. It appears that for the 2024 World Series of Poker, this is the best that we got. I did find something for the 2023 World Series of Poker that did note a couple of things, but that is for a different year. But maybe there is some precedent saying players in the 2023 World Series of Poker will be penalized if they are caught using or referencing a solver during a live hand. Additionally, the World Series of Poker reserves the right to issue penalties to players who are using solvers in between hands. Quote, if caught using RTA GTO software during a hand, player will be subject to a penalty up to and including DQ/trespass. WSOP said in a prepared statement. We reserve the right to further penalize a player for using RTA GTO in any other situation in our sole and absolute discretion. Players may continue to use their device to play WSOP.com or use the Caesars Sportsbook app while in or out of hand. I remember doing a little... I remember this quote because I remember doing a bit on this channel where we talked about how, yeah, no computers, guys, that'd be wrong, but make sure to continue playing. I remember that bit. That makes sense. So I've got this random quote from 2023, and we do, of course, have this statement.
We do ask you to please do not use any type of poker solvers at any point in time at the table or in the tournament area.
And then there was also a quote being passed around here from the Nevada Gaming Commission. Use or possession of a device, software, or hardware to obtain advantage at playing a game prohibited is unlawful for any person to use, possess with the intent to use, or assist another person in using blah, 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 blah. All this stuff, and including projects the outcome of a game, keeps track of cards played or cards prepared for playing the game, analyzes the probability or occurrence of an event relating to the game, or analyzes the strategy for playing or betting to be used in the game. So seems like this is probably some kind of criminal penalty, but not in violation of the World Series of Poker. I don't know anymore, guys. I just don't know. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. As we go through this subject, people get angrier and angrier. In fact, I saw one thread on Reddit. People want to ban nerds from poker. Nerds. We all know how that's going to go. Here at the World Series of Poker, we are proud to announce our 2030 World Series of Poker champion, Patrick Antonius. That'll make 5 years straight. Small fields. Look, guys, I don't know what you want from me. I am but one lowly YouTuber, but I'll say this. We're going to have to make a decision, and then we're going to have to enforce that decision. And if that decision means charts are going to get you banned, then that's what it means. And maybe we should be preparing ourselves for that at Lodge Card Club to deal with that world, to deal with that eventuality. People should be using training to get better at poker. That's just a fact. Which is why you should use promo code Doug33 to head on down to Upsync Poker and improve your game today. 33% off the lab, but it ends tomorrow, so head on down there quick. I've had some great plugs today. Doug33 does work, though, if you want to get that discount. It's going to end tomorrow. The main event's over, so just, you're welcome, guys. We need to set a line, and we got to start enforcing it. If it means no solvers, okay, you got to chart up take a lap, buddy. We're blinding you out for an orbit. Okay, that's your second time in the tournament? That's it. Get your chips. You're done. We're getting your chips. You're done. He's out. One less in the tournament. Seat open. Moving on. Your buddy's got a laptop on the rail. He's got to go or you do. You can pick. We got to actually start aggressively enforcing. It's time. I think it's time. And I'm fortunate because when I was coming up, I used a lot of charts when I played because it was the standard and people didn't care and they were way weaker. And I'm fortunate that I've had a chance to mature and grow and learn as I have in poker to be in a position now where I understand things better and I'm on the right side of this argument. But man, the tools are too strong now. You know, think of it like this. When your granddad was smoking weed after school, he was barely even getting high. Now the names of the latest strains are like nuclear intergalactic turbo high. It's like, yeah, I'm only getting high if I'm getting all the way to Jupiter. Like, it's the same shit. It's like now the stuff's way stronger. It's way, way different. We need to make a decision. We need to stand by the decision. And we're going to have some tough motherfuckers at the floor willing to step in there and honestly just kick people out of events. You're deep in a tournament. You're cheating. We'll see you later. I'm sorry. It's going to have to happen. I think a lot of it, too, if you're the floor, you don't want to make a decision that will materially impact someone's life, especially in a situation like this. There needs to be either a warning or initial penalty and then escalation, and then this shit's over. If a floor had walked over and said, Tamayo, if you go over there and get sim help, we're gonna start blinding you out. He's not doing this. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. What do you guys think? I don't think I'm crazy, though. On this.